Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to keep it moving. I'm so excited to introduce Max Erickson, Technical Account Manager here at Prime Penguin, one of my favorite partners that we work with here at ShipBob. In this session, Max is going to share insights for mastering peak season fulfillment and strategies for faster and smarter deliveries. So Max, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Meg. I hope you can all hear us. I'm calling in from Stockholm, Sweden, so you'll have to excuse me if my English is not perfect, but yeah, let's kick it off. First of all, I want to thank ShipBob for inviting us to this event. I'm excited to get things going. My name's Max. I'm the Technical Account Manager here at Prime Penguin. And I'm also joined by my colleague, Jenny, who is head of marketing here at Prime Penguin. And she will be answering your questions in the chat. So don't hesitate to fire away. I'm here today to discuss the importance of flexibility and smartness for the peak season and setting up your e-commerce tech stack, because e-commerce logistics has become very technical. Prime Penguin works with brands like Flix, McCade Golf, Estrid, and Every Jewels, just to mention some of them. And we have been around since 2016. So moving on. Prime Penguin, who we are and what we do. So Prime Penguin is an integrations platform focused on your logistics. We're all about making e-commerce logistics simple. So we handle everything from plug and play integrations to custom and complex order flows across an unlimited amount of systems worldwide. As you can see in this slide, Prime Penguin is the link between your storefronts and the people packaging your customers' orders, giving you a clear overview of what's going on behind the scenes of your business. I like to think of it as Prime Penguin is your little logistics manager that takes care of everything automatically, so you don't have to manually adjust orders all the time. Where we really shine, though, is when we have really complex problems and can provide custom solutions for our global companies. And for this reason, we have gathered a lot of insights along the way, both from the e-commerce side and our logistic partners, which ShipBob is one of our most valued, of course. And we're happy to share all these insights with you in this webinar. So let's keep going. So I will dive into these topics. We have inventory management, fulfillment delays, increased costs, and of course, returns and exchanges. So first out, inventory management. And we all know how tricky this can be, especially during this busy time. And to find the right balance between having too much stock and not having enough stock. The first step that we suggest at Prime Penguin in order to manage your inventory effectively is to make sure that all your systems are connected and know about the correct stock levels at all times, meaning that all your different storefronts and sales channels share the same inventory. So there's no fake stock, if you would like to call it that. So for example, if you sell something B2B, you have a large order, that you want to fulfill, and then you realize that overnight you sold out that stock. And this is something you can avoid by using our services, because we will sync your stock to all your channels, so you won't have this mismatch between different systems. Another great tool for inventory management is, of course, forecasting. And by implementing an automated demand forecasting system, you can use all your historical data and real-time trends to predict exactly how much stock you'll need. This is also important with regards to where you should place that stock, not only how much. And if you're able to predict this with some amount of certainty, you'll make sure you won't sell out in your main locations, or perhaps a new location where you had great success this season but not last season. We have a small functionality for forecasting in Prime Penguin, but we do have partners who have services that are directly linked to us to get the automated forecasting. Moving on to fulfillment delays. Delayed deliveries is also something none of us want to deal with when the orders are pouring in. So how do we keep them on time, even when things get hectic? And our answer to that is to leverage a distributed warehouse network, which is something we do a lot with ShipBob. And by that, we of course mean spreading our inventory across different locations. So when an order comes in, it gets allocated to the nearest fulfillment center, or the fulfillment center that actually has stock to fulfill the entire order. And using our filters and rules in Prime Penguin, we can automate this process. So you can just focus on selling. And if you're running out of stock in, say, mid-US, we'll make sure to route that order to the next closest warehouse that actually has the stock. And increased costs. One of the toughest parts of peak season is managing increased costs, especially when it comes to shipping. But there are ways to keep this under control. First, consider using multi-carrier shipping solutions. This allows you to dynamically choose the most cost-effective and efficient carrier for each order. By having multiple options, you can avoid being stuck with just one expensive shipping provider. On top of that, make sure to negotiate your seasonal discounts with your 3PL. They expect the holiday rush too, so there's often rooms for some deals there. Another great approach is to implement dynamic pricing based on shipping costs and delivery speeds. For example, you can offer customers different pricing options, something like free but slower shipping or paid express shipping. This way you pass some of the cost to the customer while still giving them choices that fit their needs. It's a win-win. You manage your expenses and they get the flexibility they want. And then lastly, returns and exchanges. The best way to handle returns efficiently is by adopting a streamlined reverse logistics system. This system automates the entire process from return requests to restocking and exchanges. By automating these steps, you not only minimize delays, but also keep your costs under control. It helps you process returns quickly and get those items back into inventory and ready for resale. We also recommend using local return hubs. These hubs can reduce transportation costs and speed up the entire return process, especially for customers in urban areas. And the faster you can process a return, the better the customer experience, since you can pay them back faster. Okay, now let's move on to our solution. When orders are coming in fast, it's crucial to make sure each order is fulfilled as efficiently as possible. With Prime Penguin's order routing, this becomes automatic. Like I mentioned, the little penguin handling your orders automatically. The system routes each order to the nearest fulfillment center or the location that can handle it the best. And the rules for this can be very simple or extremely complicated. But the idea is that we can automate it based on any type of information that's inside the order. Another powerful feature is the ability to set up customized fulfillment rules to reduce manual labor and cost. And for example, we can make sure all orders exceeding a certain amount are shipped to one warehouse with respect to tax, etc., and customs. Or we can make sure orders are not split, for example, so you don't have double shipping costs for one order. And with this, you can make sure the order is not sent to a warehouse if it's not entirely fulfillable. Perhaps you want to rather remove an item from that order than to split into two shipments, depending on your business needs. And moving on to faster deliveries. By routing orders to the nearest fulfillment center, you can significantly reduce delivery times. And this is a big deal during peak season when customers expect fast service. Faster deliveries mean happier customers, and that's what builds loyalty and drives repeat businesses. And finally, with stock optimization. Prime Penguin integrated platform gives you complete visibility over your inventory. Like I mentioned before, it ensures high demand items are stocked where they needed the most and preventing stock out in key areas. At the same time, it helps avoid overstocking in places where demand is lower. This balance keeps your inventory levels optimized across locations, reducing waste and saving you money. So moving on, let's see how this actually works. So the idea with Prime Penguin is that you can connect any marketplace and or sales channel to any VMS system. That's a warehouse management system, meaning a logistic provider. And also ERP systems globally. And you can build your own order flows using powerful order routing across all locations. In this example, we see some Swedish brands like H&M, and we have a multiple number of ShipBob warehouses connected.
Max, I just want to do a quick time check that we're going to be ending pretty soon, just FYI.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll have to skip the case study.
That'll be a follow-up. Once you book a time and a demo with Max, you'll be able to, you'll share the case study with everyone so
Yeah.
you can get a little insight. It's almost like a homework or a follow-up.
Exactly.
Thank you, Max, so much for joining us. Thanks for outlining all of the benefits of Prime Penguin. We are going to keep it moving. So on to our next session.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Meg.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, everyone. And before we move on, I do want to just quickly announce that we have a winner in the chat for participation. So thanks everyone that's been dropping all of the nuggets in the chat and letting us know where you're Skyping in from. If you have any questions from this particular session, you can head over to the Prime Penguin booth. They have a virtual booth where Max will be answering questions. And then I do want to announce the first winner of our $50 gift card to Adam Bell. So ShipBob is going to be in touch to get that over to you. Thank you again. Congrats, Adam.